Hello friends! So this actually isn't what I planned to have my next video be, but the timing is just right, so we have to make this video. As I've mentioned before, the purpose of this channel is for me to just kind of use it as like an outlet, a diary, a vlog, whatever it may be. And one thing that I really love is trash TV. And by trash TV, I mean reality TV. My husband gave it the name trash TV because that's exactly what it is. It's trash. But it's so entertaining, you can't help but watch it, right? So today we're gonna be talking about season 2 of Perfect Match. What the fudge cake? I'm gonna preface this video by saying that I completely understand that Netflix's editors are really good at what they do. The purpose of their job is to get people hooked, right? And to make things more dramatic. So I understand that the way we saw things might not necessarily mean how they happened, right? They could have edited things a certain way. We only saw what they wanted us to see. There's so much more that we didn't see. So I'm 1000% aware of that. Okay, let me just start by saying that. But I'm going to speak on my opinions on the things that we did see and the way it played out to us as the viewer. Again, I completely get that things may not have happened this way, and I am not here to throw shade on any of the people that were in there because they are also real human beings, okay? They have feelings and whatnot. They put themselves out there, but they didn't do it to get torn down, right? Like they're being vulnerable by putting themselves out there, but I am not here to like tear them down, but I'm still gonna speak my opinion on how I feel about some of these people. So, that being said, let's chat. I've got like my little iPad here, and if you see me looking off to the side, that's what I'm looking at because I'm trying to refresh my memory because we started watching Perfect Match while we were in Hawaii, so that was, 2 weeks ago at this point, and then we would just like watch bits and pieces here and there, and my memory is so bad that it's like we could have watched something last night and then by tonight I already don't really remember what happened last night. So yeah, but I did just finish, so I know fresh in my mind who won, and I don't like who won. Simple as that. So, that being said, Dominique, could not stand her. Like, she was in the very first episode. I don't remember how long she lasted, but just from the moment we met her, I honestly couldn't stand her. A lot of the girls I really don't have much of an opinion on. I really did like Alara, so Alara. Don't really have much of an opinion on Britton or Holly. They weren't in there too much, and I don't really have much of an opinion on them. Elise, whatever her name is, I don't know how I feel about her. There was parts where I was like, oh, I can't stand her, and then there was parts where she was like, okay, she's not that bad, so I don't know. Like, she was definitely just in it to win it. She wasn't here looking for love. She was just in it to win it. Jessica, I mean, how can you not love Jessica? I mean, she can be tad annoying, for sure. But for the most part, I do like her. I respect her. I was very happy when she told Harry, like, no. Micah, I don't really know where I stand with Micah. I don't have anything negative to say about her as far as on Perfect Match. Obviously, if you watched Love is Blind, you know she was not the best person on there, but I truly do think that she maybe learned a lesson from that and like all the hate she received after that, because I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like she was more reserved in Perfect Match. She seemed more quiet, kind of kept to herself, and I feel like it was just very different than how she was in Love is Blind. So I definitely feel like she may have learned her lesson on how she acted in Love is Blind. Christine, don't care for her. She's slimy, she's shady, I don't like her. Simply put. Melinda. At first, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about her because I knew deep down that like what she was saying about Harry, I knew it was true. I was like, with everything they've told us about Harry, I know nothing about Harry other than what we were told in Perfect Match. But everything that they told us in Perfect Match about Harry led me to believe that what Melinda was saying about what happened between the two of them really did happen. And it was true. She wasn't lying. It really did happen. Maybe just the way she went about delivering that wasn't the best. I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought she was, you know what, but at the same time, I mean, she was just looking out for her girl. But then again, she also did put herself in the situation to allow Harry to do the things he did, right? So I don't know. I have mixed feelings on her. It's just kind of like, eh. Tolu. Ooh, I love Tolu. I believe like in the first episode, she said she's like main character energy, and she was not kidding. She definitely turned out to be one of my favorites throughout it. She was just, I like the way she carried herself, and she was just a good time. She just brought good energy. I feel like I really have nothing bad to say about Tolu. And I think the last girl on the list would be Xanthi. You know, I actually really didn't mind Xanthi. I have nothing bad or good to say about her. I will say though, she definitely gave me Harley Quinn vibes. Like, no doubt about that. I think one of the guys made the reference to that, and I was like, I can't unsee it. She 1000% does. And then my husband made a comment about how like Stevan kind of like maybe may have gave her like Joker vibes. I don't know. Maybe it's just us, but yeah. Now let's move on to the guys. Just like with the girls, there's a couple of guys I really have nothing to say about them. I mean, there's Dom. You know, we saw him before on Perfect Match and whatever else he may have been on. I don't know. I don't really have much of an opinion about him. He is what he is, you know, whatever. Chris, don't have too much to say about him. You know, the girls definitely did try to paint a bad picture about him. And I mean, he definitely did kind of throw some shade at my girl Tolu when they had the boys' day out. You know, he definitely gave Tolu the impression like we're locked in, but then when he was, you know, having his boys' day, he was like more like, I'm open. So I guess that was a little bit sketch on his part. But again, at the end of the day, the purpose of the show was to like explore your options, so you can't really be mad. Brighton, I don't know, something about him bothers me, but he was definitely just in it to win. Like when him and Elise matched, I was like, honestly, they're a perfect match in the sense that they're both just here to win. I don't think that they should have won, but I'm just saying, like when they matched, I was like, this is a perfect match because the fact that they're both in it for the same reason, not the right reason. The right reason would be, you know, you're here to find love, whatever. But they were definitely in it for the same reason. Harry. Again, I know nothing about Harry other than what they told us in Perfect Match. Do I think he's a fuckboy? 100%. The scene where he's like in bed crying, waiting for Jessica to come back, and he's like throwing up or whatever because he made a mistake, like that was so cringy to me. Like, oh God, I can't stand him. To be honest, I can't stand him. He just is the definition of a fuckboy. And if there's one thing I can't stand is a guy that cries about something like where they're in the wrong, but now they're trying to play victim. Like he's like crying to Jessica like, oh, I don't like the way I represented you in Autumn. And it's like, you knew exactly what you were doing. You 1000% knew what you were doing. You even said like, you know, Melinda's like, oh, the cameras are off. The cameras can't see us here. So you knew what you were doing. If you were waiting for the cameras not to be around, you knew. So don't give me this sob story. Like immediate turn off. And I was like, I swear to goodness, if Jess doesn't walk away from this, I'm going to lose all respect for her. So I was really happy when she was like, no. Izzy, I feel so bad for Izzy. Izzy honestly just wants to find love. He, you know, was on Love is Blind, now he's on Perfect Match, and he is really just trying to find his person, and I just feel so bad for him. Like, I really hope that he has found someone, or that he will find someone if he hasn't yet. I didn't go searching to see what these people are up to now. I did see a video on TikTok, I think it was on like Netflix's TikTok maybe, of all the characters from Perfect Match talking about how they are no longer together, but I don't know what they are up to now, so I don't know, maybe Izzy has found someone at this point, but I don't know, I just hope he does. Then there's Jake, Justin, I really have nothing to say about either of them. I know Jake was on, what was Jake on? The Ultimatum. I don't even know how I felt about him then. I still don't really have an opinion on him. Justin, he was just kind of, I don't know, I really don't know how I felt about him. I want to say he was the character that a couple of times when I was watching, I was like, this guy's kind of like airheaded. But I don't, again, that sounds so mean, and I don't want to be mean because these are real people and they have real feelings. But I don't know, there was just something about him. Kaz. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we watched this over a span of like 2 weeks, so there's a lot that I feel like I don't remember, but honestly, I don't remember at any point in time disliking Kaz or thinking like, Kaz, what are you doing? Like, that's a fuckboy move, like this and that. So all these girls are saying, you know, like he's gaslighting, he's this, he's that. And I don't know, I personally didn't get that from him. I don't know, maybe I'm the problem, maybe I'm a red flag, I don't know, but like I personally did not get that vibe from him. Not that I remember, at least. Maybe at the very beginning when we were watching, I don't know, there was a couple nights when we first started watching and I was just so tired that it's like, I feel like I was falling asleep watching. So maybe there's things I just don't remember. If there was things that you guys remember Kaz doing that was like a big no-no, leave it in the comments, let me know, because as of right now, I can't really think of anything. I think Kaz was, you know, on the show, doing things the show was designed for you to do. You were put in this villa to meet people, to connect with people, and to find your perfect match. So I don't think he did anything wrong by, you know, talking to Brynn and talking to Holly and talking to Micah and talking to Christine. But I don't know. I really didn't like when Christine was like trying to force him to like kiss her. I just should, again, maybe Netflix just played it out that way, but when they were having that boys' day and Christine's like, oh, I know you want to kiss me. Oh, don't you want to kiss me? You want to kiss me? Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. Like, that was so annoying to me. And then I thought it was so funny when the two of them matched and then they were talking about him, like if he were to go on a date, and she's like, I'd be pissed if you kissed someone. And I'm like, you tried to get him to kiss you while he was with Micah. While he told you he was happy in his match, you sat here and were like, I know you want me. Like, oh, I can't stand Christine. But I don't know. I feel like Kaz was just doing what he was put on the show to do. Connect with people, find, you know, who you're vibing best with, you know, and then he matched with Christine. I personally didn't think that he only ran back to Micah because of the fact that Christine was going on a date. I think the attraction between him and Christine was more so like, you want what you can't have, but then the minute you have it, you don't want it anymore. So that's kind of the vibe I got from that, where it was like, he kind of wanted Christine because it was something new, it sounded like it was fun, it was like something he couldn't have while he was with Micah, and the minute he got it, I kind of think it just fizzled out, and I also think maybe something happened in the bedroom behind closed doors between him and Christine, which may have been why she was so mad when he ran back to Micah, but I don't know. Speculation. It's just, again, these editors are really good at what they do, so they're making you think one thing and it could be a totally different way, so. And then we've got Nigel and Trevor. Trevor honestly got like barely any screen time in Perfect Match. I think a lot of people are just like, ick Trevor because of the stunt he pulled in Love is Blind with, you know, apparently he had a girlfriend during it or something. I don't remember. But Trevor didn't get much screen time, so I've got nothing to say about him. Nigel, also, he wasn't really a main character. I really don't have much of an opinion on him. I also kind of feel like he was just trying to get in the house with whoever he kind of could, but him and Christine did look cute together, I'll give them that. But do I think they should have won? No, absolutely not. Not just because I can't stand Christine, but because they won basically by default. The people who should have won were either Steven and Alara or Tolu and Chris. And the only reason the two of those couples did not win is because the fact that you're bringing everybody else to vote. So it's people that were rejected from the house and people in the house. So I feel like the people that were in the house, I feel like majority of them probably did vote for either Chris or Tolu or Alara and Steven. It's the people that were rejected. They felt some type of way. So you got Britton that's like, screw you, Steven. And you've got Xanthi who's like, screw you, Steven. Steven. I feel like I keep saying his name differently. Whatever. You understand who I'm talking about. You've got Holly and Britton and Christine that are all like, screw you, Kaz. And then I feel like Dom had like some spiteful feelings towards Alara because, you know, she was definitely telling him like, oh, I would pick you or, you know, whatever. So I feel like there was like this weird tension between Dom and Alara. A lot of the girls that were rejected also didn't like Chris. You know, they felt like because of how he acted during Boys' Day versus how he was with Tolu in the villa. So I feel like, you know, people had it out for Chris. And I don't know. So I definitely don't think Christine and Nigel should have won. Again, I understand they literally only won by default. They only won because neither of them had people that really just didn't like them. Other than like Kaz and Micah, I don't think really liked Christine. But other than that, that couple didn't have anyone that was like, screw you, you screwed me over, you said this, but then you went back and did that. Versus all the other couples, they had you know, hate kind of, I guess you could say. I feel like the winner definitely should have been someone that was in the house, that showed compatibility, that was tested time and time again, but stayed together. Ding, 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 Alara and Stevan, I don't know, whatever his name is. You know, Britton came in and he's like, that's my type. And I think it was Nigel that came in and Alara was like, that's my type, you know? So both of their types came in, but they stuck with each other. And they were definitely tested time and time again. And they honestly pulled through. Like, you could just tell their vibe in there, their connection in there. It really did seem genuine. Now, I saw that TikTok that they put out where everyone talked about how they're no longer together. And Alara did say that Stevan ghosted her. So that's kind of shitty.
How was my relationship with Chris after the show wrapped? What relationship?
Oh my God. After the show, we went on holiday and it was amazing. He promised me that we'd go on we'd be together and we'd get an apartment, and then it just, he ghosted me.
Alara and I have not carried on a relationship outside the show. I honestly just didn't have time to carry on a relationship, let alone one that was overseas. I was going to bed, she would wake up. It is what it is.
Yeah, it was hard because I've never been ghosted. I normally ghost. When someone ghosts me, I'm like, oh, this is not normal, okay?
My relationship with the Lees right after the show, it got a little rocky fairly quick, only because I started to see a personality that I didn't get to see on screen.
So after we finished filming, everything was great, and very randomly and unexpectedly, I got ghosted. You know, things happen for a reason, and I think that was a very good thing that happened.
Perfect Match Season 2. I think the best way to describe it is embarrassing. We probably shouldn't have met on a dating show. Yeah, we gave it a shot after the show. It just, it didn't work out, but we still have an amazing relationship, and I think the world of her.
My relationship with him now is pretty non-existent. There's no bad blood. We haven't kept in contact.
We were definitely a perfect match. So like, that was unfortunate that how things kind of ended.
You just fumbled that, like.
My relationship with Micah is non-existent. The last message I got from her was, she truly hates me.
I think my relationship with Kaz after the show ended was pretty on par with how it was on the show. It was very quick-lived, a roller coaster. I wouldn't say it lasted long. I don't know if anyone's super shocked by that, but hey, it is what it is. It was a fun time, and that's where we're at.
My relationship with Nigel now, it's done. I blocked him. Make sure that we're on good terms because, you know, obviously he wants everything to look good for the cameras.
After the show ended, Christine and I relationship, it was okay for a little bit. She basically kind of just broke with my trust with her, and it was so hard to get back with her. We tried to work on it, but I forgive, but I can never forget, so we just called it off.
Self-love, how about that?
But in the villa, they definitely, in my opinion, were the perfect match. I really feel like they should have won. Maybe they should have did like a thing like Love Island where you get to like text in and be like, who do you think you should win? And maybe like that vote should have been used into consideration. Okay, just kidding. It's really not that serious. But what do you guys think? Are you happy with who won? Do you think that someone else should have won? Who do you think should have won? Let me know. Tell me your feelings, you know? It's kind of like ridiculous that I'm even making a video about this. In a way, it kind of feels like, it's like, why am I making this video about this like reality TV show, right? But again, these editors are so good. They really just rope you in. They get you emotionally invested. You're losing sleep watching this. You're like, I need to know who wins. And then you're just disappointed. Just disappointed. That is all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might do another one like this about Love Island. I'm watching the latest season of Love Island USA, and I feel like I have so much to say about that. That is, you know, a much longer show that my head is just spinning, and they throw in so many more curveballs. I have so much to say about Love Island. So if you guys like these videos, let me know. I will probably be making a Love Island one regardless because I just have so many thoughts that I just need to get out there. So who better to share it with than you guys, right? Because again, remember, this is like my vlog channel, my little diary. It's just a way for me to express myself. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want more, and I will catch you next time.